Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to get an open NAT type whilst you're playing Call of Duty on your Xbox One. Now this method will work for all of your Call of Duty games. As you can see on screen here, it says we've got a NAT type of moderate, which is not desirable because if you read on the right, we've got a guide or a sort of guide here that says you may experience problems connecting to other players. It mentions using UPnP. If UPnP is working for you, then you're fine to carry on using that. If it's working intermittently, I recommend turning it off and doing the port forward method. It also mentions you can add your Xbox to a DMZ. Don't do that. Do the port forwarding method, which I'm about to show you now. So this is how to port forward your Call of Duty games. You're going to configure your router. Now if you don't know how to get to this point on screen, this is the web administration of my router. If you do not know how to do this and you're on a Windows PC, just go to your start button and click it there. Type in cmd and press enter. We're going to then type in the command ipconfig and press enter. The number we're interested in is the one that's next to default gateway, so type in that number exactly as you see it. Yours will probably be different from mine. Type it in exactly as you see it into a web browser. That'll bring up your web administration page, at which point you need to log into your router. Now the username and password is probably printed on a sticker on the bottom of your router. It is advisable to change that, but for now we'll just log into it with whatever you have, like so. So we're looking for port forwards. So yours might be in an advanced tab or a network tab or a firewall tab. So mine is actually in network, firewall, port forwards. So we're going to add a new port forward. This is going to be our new firewall rule for Call of Duty. Just before I plug the numbers in, let's have a look at Activision support, where I'm getting my information from. I will leave a link in the description for this. So in our example, we're using Black Ops 3 and we are on an Xbox One. The top of the page, it does say ports used for Call of Duty games. It doesn't say you need to port forward all of them. See, what I've found is that to port forward, you only want to allow inbound traffic on certain ports. And what I found, it is this one here. Outbound traffic on these other ports is generally already allowed, so you don't need to mess around with that. If you look at another game, Call of Duty World War II, you can see that they use 3076. So if you remember that number, 3076 and 3075, that's what we're using in our video. Let's go back to our router and create a port forward. So let's give it a name of Xbox One COD for Call of Duty. Change the protocol to UDP. Leave the external zone as the WAN. Now set the external port as 3075. At this point, I'm going to specify a range by doing a hyphen 3076. If you can't do that, don't worry about it. Just do 3075 and then add a secondary port forward rule after we've finished. But in this case, we're going to specify a range like this. We're going to choose the internal zone as LAN. The internal IP address is our Xbox One. Make sure your Xbox One has a static IP address. It's very important, otherwise it won't work. Make sure it's static. There are quite a few videos on YouTube which show you how to do this. So if you haven't already, do that now. We're going to use that. And it's already put the numbers in our internal port by itself. So let's add that. Now for extra points, let's go and further edit this rule. Most ISP routers do not allow you to do this. However, we can do it on ours. So we're looking at external port. That's the same as destination port. Our traffic is destined for those ports, but we can also specify the source as well. Just a little bit of fine tuning and, fine-grained firewall rule there. So if you can do that, definitely do it. Let's save and apply that. And all we need to do now is start up the game. So we have booted the game back up. It says NAT type of open. This is the most desirable NAT type for playing online in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now remember, I'm just using Black Ops 3 as an example. The actual port forward that we just applied was for all of your Call of Duty games across Xbox One. Please leave a thumbs up if it worked for you. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.